Still on justice for Mohbad. Well, like I said, if toxicology and autopsy report is not going to tell us what happened to Mohbad, what else? What else will show or point to the direction of what might have happened? Human resources. Human resource will be what will be needed to get to the root of the matter. Nobody just passes away like that. There is always something that will take your life out. Always something. It could be your negligence to many things, but something will take somebody out. Just as you cannot come into this world without something bringing you in. It is not possible for you to appear in this world like that. Something must cause you to be brought into this world, to be born into this world. The same, something will have to exit you out of this world. You're about to listen to Mohbad's father and a seasoned journalist, also a pharmacist. In fact, the direction of conversation, coupled with what she had investigated so far, has shown more light into what we have all been talking about. You're about to hear deep details of what happened to Mohbad. You know, the autopsy and the toxicology report, the pathologists did not, at the coroner inquest, give full detail of the possible reasons behind the demise of Mohbad. Now, I want you guys to take note of something. Before nurse was called, something had happened. Something, I repeat again, had happened. Now, do you know, according to the autopsy report, Mohbad had a laceration by the side of his neck. And that could have happened using a sharp object. Wunmi was cooking fried rice. Wunmi was cooking fried rice. What happened at the staircase to Mohbad's house? Was there a fight? What about Spending saying that the next day Mohbad asked him, "Did we fight? What happened yesterday?" He said, "No, I didn't fight you." What about the blood stain that Mohbad's father said he found on the bed? All of these things are beginning to add up. What happened to Mohbad? What happened to Mohbad? This is deep. Let us listen attentively to this expose. I tell you, and I will keep saying it, this world is deep. This world is full of wickedness. These people join hands together to RIP Mohbad. The strangest of it is this: Mohbad's brother was present.
Anybody wants to ask Mohbad's dad questions, should put it in the question field. Yemi Agumbi Ade, I want you to come in here. I want to ask you a question, sir, about the autopsy, because I saw your sister saying Talo gun Mohbad lọ́rùn.
Nígbà tí wọ́n parí autopsy Mohbad ní 21st of September, tán ló ti ready àwọn dúró de another thing. Mr. Loba, ṣé ẹ gbọ́ anything about àwọn journalists kan rí autopsy?
Yes, sir.
Did you hear about that?
Mi ò gbọ́ nǹkan kan nípa wọn.
Okay. Èmi pẹ̀lú àwọn journalists yẹn. Tẹ́lẹ̀ kọ́kọ́ ti sọ fún pé laceration wà lọ́rùn Mohbad.
Mi ò gbọ́ mi mọ tó ń jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀.
Okay. First of all, kí n tó sọ nǹkan tó ń jẹ́ laceration fún yín. Mr. Loba, ṣe ti rí bọ́ọ̀dì ọmọ yín.
Mọ́mí, mi ò lè rí báyìí, but àwọn mẹ́rin tí mo ní kó lọ bá mi wò ó, mo padà rí ojú àwọn mẹ́rẹ̀ẹ̀rin yẹn. Mo ń rí nǹkan tí àwọn yẹn rí lójú wọn. Kò sígbà tí màá ní kó lọ bá mi wò ó.
So ẹ tí really fojú yín rí, and these are things we don't do in Yoruba land.
Ẹ tí fojú yín rí. body of
ojú mi rí
human.
àtọ mo ti lọ visit ẹ ní mob yẹn tó ẹ̀mẹ́ta mo kàn máa ní káwọn mẹ́rin lọ bá mi wò ó bẹ́ẹ̀ tí n bá ti rí àwọn mẹ́rin yẹn ojú wọn mo ti máa ń rí sign pé
wọ́n ní laceration wà lọ́rùn Mohbad. Laceration náà ń pè ní pé wọ́n gúnyàn ní bíbá. Wọ́n stab èèyàn ní laceration. Wọ́n ló wà nínú ọrùn Mohbad.
Sister yín tó ń lu agogo yẹn. She also said ta ló gún Mohbad. She said that. Was Mohbad stabbed by somebody? Was a fight in the house where somebody threw a bottle or a broken bottle? There are so many versions of what we're hearing here. But Mohbad's death was not ordinary.
It's a cover-up. It's a homicide, and the police has mismanaged the case. Where in May 9th, police wọ́n reopen case wọ́n á pe Darusha wọ́n ní pé kó wá sọ̀rọ̀ nípa bó ń ṣe ẹ̀ ń bá Mohbad ṣe gbọ́n pa ẹ̀yẹ sà.
Èmi mo petition Darusha.
Oh, ilé petition.
Yeah, ìgbà tó máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí narrate another story. Wọ́n jẹ́ kó yé mi pé yes, ó ní wọ́n hack Instagram mi pé àdúrà ló lọ gbé ọ̀sìn láyà. So they change the narrative. Now, and I said to the police, even tó bá yẹ pé ìyá mi ló pa mí lọ́mọ kó face penalty. I don't want to listen to anybody because they have combined. I don't know the kind of secret something they have. There's nothing like leaking out. Nǹkan tó tiẹ̀ ṣe mí, àmì ò gbọ́ nǹkan kan. Ó pẹ̀lú nǹkan tó fọ́ mi lórí pé abáwọn ní 15 people ṣe máa wà ní tí ò sẹ́ni tó sọ pé nǹkan báyìí ló ṣe ẹni. Now, wọ́n gbé ọmọ sórí ọ̀kadà. Almost 15 people ló ń feed.
15 people ló wà nílé ìgbò rẹ̀ mọ́ ẹni tó pa Mohbad.
Yes. Wọ́n dé mẹ́rin tó pa Mohbad. Wọ́n kò lè sẹ́ni tó lè sọ̀rọ̀ síta ta ló ẹ̀ ń bá wọn. If I didn't witness that day, tí n bá lọ, kò sí ẹni tó máa gbọ́ nǹkan kan. Kò sí ẹni tó máa gbọ́ nǹkan kan. Kí ló wà? Kí ló hide? There is something.
A lot of some journalists saw that autopsy and it leaked, and they said Mohbad had a laceration to his neck.
At that point, let me say, she wanted test DNA níbi neck yẹn, ẹnìkan fi nǹkan gún lọ́rùn, kí náà fi gún lọ́rùn, ṣé fork ni, ṣé knife ni, ṣé gbogbo ẹ̀ ni. But Mohbad, ikú tí Mohbad kú kì í ṣe kú injury ọwọ́ kọ̀ọ̀kan, wọ́n pa ni o. And if it was an accident, we need to know, because there are people who will commit accidents and they end up murdering somebody. A lot of the stuff, you're not supposed to see it, because in Yoruba tradition, next move, you see LFSA independent autopsy for Mohbad.
Yes. And DNA. Hey, DNA is the motive. Ohun tí mò ń tọ́ka sí. Tí bàtà bá ti ń dún lójú kan, ó ṣe tán tó fẹ́ ya ni. DNA.
Wọ́n fẹ́ fi DNA. Wọ́n fẹ́ gbowó lọ́wọ́ Malian music. Wọ́n dẹ̀ fẹ́ gbowó lọ́wọ́ modernization music. You know, ẹ jẹ́ kí n bí ní nǹkan sá.
Ẹ máa need lawyers. There are so many lawyers. They probate lawyers.
I've informed my lawyers. Yes, I'm using this time now to invite all the lawyers that wanted to help me, because I'm just standing alone.
Mr. Loba, one thing you talk back with.
Emani probate lawyer, Emani dele, Emani de. Emi gan mo ṣe wà nsin. Ìwà information mo fẹ́ kó fún yín, and láti ní gbogbo documents ọmọ yín, everything that belongs to him. We don't know tomorrow. Now, Mori Eba Bukky Jesse show. I will get to Bukky Jesse in a minute. One day she GoFundMe. A fair is over for legal fees, right? She GoFundMe.
Yes, ma'am.
Ibo let to think about my for legal fees. Because until we have a cause of death. With Sylvester Romani, we had a cause of death, pneumonia, which was secondary to sepsis and everything else. Okay, but ta ló neglect ẹ̀ bàbá ẹ̀ náà sọ pé neglect ẹ̀ eléyìí yàtọ̀ ta ló pa Mohbad kí ló dé tí ọlọ́pàá ò tí ì mú fóònù lọ́wọ́ Wunmi Mr. Lọ́ba
kí ni ó dé tí ọlọ́pàá ò ti gba fóònù lọ́wọ́ Wunmi ṣó parọ́ pé òun kọ́ ló ní fóònù Wunmi ṣó ń gbọ́ mi mo ṣọ́ òun wo program yìí òkè sí ìsàlẹ̀ tó pè Kàrímọ́ tó pè mí yẹn Mr. Lọ́ba Kàrímọ́ pè mí nígbà tí kìíní ìṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ṣẹlẹ̀ ó pè mí lórí Nigerian line ó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ṣe pé mo gbé pè yẹn right back to her kí ni Kàrímọ́ sọ fún yín ṣó bá yín sọ̀rọ̀ ṣó ń bẹ̀ yín pé òun sorry àríkàn tó post.
ó post pé òun sorry but sorry yẹn ò acceptable because mi ò bá sọ̀rọ̀ mi láyé mi ò rí rí mi ò gbọ́hùn ẹ̀ rí mi ò mọ̀ rí and he was framed a lot of lies against me ọlọ́run máa dá fún o àdàbí tó bá yẹ pé mo mọ̀ rí àbàbí tó bá tẹ̀ bá mi sọ̀rọ̀ rí mi ò rí irú irọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ rí láyé mi I was unable to go out ebi dẹ̀ pa mí mo lè jáde síta wọ́n bá pa mí síta ni bí bàbá yìí ló pa ọmọ ẹ̀ wọ́n ti fún mi lówó wrong narrative to me now wọ́n tún ti form another one sí wọ́n lè mi mo ra pósí èmi ni mo ṣe ọrùn ẹ̀ sínú pósí now wọ́n ní mi ò tiẹ̀ gbé ya mob rárá ṣé bí déètì tí a gbé wọ mob ó wà níbẹ̀ ṣùgbọ́n wọ́n dẹ̀ máa ní kámẹ́rà ní general hospital ẹni tó bá fẹ́ parọ́ ló wọ́n sọ pé lẹ́ẹ̀rí òun wà lọ́rùn náà gbogbo tí mò ń sọ ló ní dé.
ẹ jẹ́ kí n wá bí yín nípa mọ́ọ̀gì yẹn Mr. Lọ́ba my own investigation showed that what they did to your son wọ́n ní mama Mohbad mama Wunmi is a former police officer ẹnìkan ní Ajah police station ẹjọ́ Ajah lè mi gbé o.
you are aware of something like that pé nǹkan tó ń ṣe fún yín ní police report tẹ́ máa gbé lọ sí mọ́túárì.
no reason she will say she's with me there.
it is
because they did not want you to know the cocktail of drugs tó ti rig Mohbad with. wọ́n á lè gbọ́mọ yẹn lọ síbi kan lọ sí lálẹ́ àwọn tó dẹ̀ wà ní neighborhood yẹn lè sí lálẹ́ kẹ́ padà wá láàárọ̀. They wanted to bury the cocktail of drugs.
Hello ma. Darusha is the one that called the ambulance on that night. When he called the ambulance, we make arrangements. Okay, you are going to mob, which is Ikorodu mortuary. Now, nígbà tí ambulance dé Ikorodu mortuary, ó jẹ́ ká mọ̀ wípé ibi tí nígbà tí wọ́n gba bọ́dì lọ́wọ́ wa mo bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí sunkún pé ìbáwọ̀ ni efe gbé ẹ lè gbé bọ́dì sílẹ̀ wọ́n ní a gbọ́dọ̀ wá ambulance mi pé ibi táwọn program ní Ìkòròdú wọ́n dẹ̀ ti débi tí àwọn pinnu sí now wọ́n wá turn back and láti pé another ambulance which is Daroja ó call ambulance yẹn wọ́n ní wọ́n máa exchange sínú ambulance mi. Wọ́n exchange on my present. Okay, ẹ jẹ́ kí mi máa lọ. On that midnight, around 3 o'clock. So, ẹ jẹ́ kí mi máa lọ. Okay, tí mi bá lọ, arrange everything. The cup and some other things. So, yẹ kó rà. You are with 2 million naira. Tí olórin tó send tó kó wa. Dàbísà ló gbà. Davido on that night. Mi ò lè gbowó because ó ní manager. Ọmọ kú owó lẹ wá ń kó fẹ́ sọ pé ẹ fẹ́ kó fún mi. No. Give it to the PA so that I have that confidence to tell him that do this and do that because I know there is money with him. That is how I left that field. Mi ò tún lè fojú weakness opó sí gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọmọ Yorùbá. I was in that area but not in that environment. Mi ò rí mi kọ́ lọ opó sí mi ò rí rí. Not until tí mo dé media. Not until tí wọ́n lọ visit mob mo ṣe mẹ́pọ́n ti fá orí ẹ̀.
Now, àwọn ògùn tán fún Mohbad, Mr. Lọ́ba ṣe rí being a pharmacist of 35 years. I don't work in a drugstore anymore. American economy is in a drugstore, but me practice more, partly because of my age. But this is October 2023. Feisha Yogedengbe, auxiliary nurse. Àwọn ògùn tó bìnrin fún Mohbad was a very bad combination of drugs. Ó ní way tó ṣe láti fún ní àwọn ògùn yẹn, but she didn't do that because kò yẹ kó máa in my sense, everything is coming to you, and that was up. She's not supposed to be doing this on her own. Our nurse kan wà tó máa ń pè ní auxiliary nurse. Auxiliary nurses wọ́n máa ń ṣiṣẹ́ pẹ̀lú àwọn registered nurses. Nurse àgbà kan láti supervise wọn ṣe ti get sir.
Yeah.
Fèyí Ṣayọ̀ Gédéǹgbé ó fún Mohbad ní a combination of painkillers, antibiotics, tetanus injections, and others. But the way to she administer àwọn was in a very dangerous and reckless way. One of the medications to cause Mohbad láti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí convulse, which ultimately killed him, quote unquote, we're not sure, because and cause of death. Oògùn tó jẹ́ kí Mohbad bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí convulse. Fídíò tán láwọn yà nínú mọ́tò tí Wunmi wà lẹ́yìn pẹ̀lú nurse táwọn boys kan wà níwájú tó ń sunkún pé Mohbad ti kú. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ṣé wo fídíò yẹn sà.
Mo rí yẹn náà.
Ẹ rí yẹn. Nígbà tí ẹ rí fídíò yẹn, ṣé ẹ rí ọrùn ọmọ yín tó move?
Yeah.
Ìyẹn náà pè ní spasm. Ìyẹn náà pè ní spasm. Nígbà tọ́rùn ẹ̀ move tí spasm show, àwọn ò mọ̀ pé spasm yẹn máa show. Kí náà ṣe wọ́n stop camera? Ṣé notice wọ́n stop camera?
Yeah.
Okay. Torí wọn ò mọ̀ bóyá ó ti kú tán, wọ́n ti pa ó, wọn ò mọ̀ bóyá ó ti kú tán, ó wá ní spasm, wọ́n sáré cut camera. Àwọn ọmọ mẹ́ta tó wà nínú mọ́tò yẹn, they still need to be arrested. They all still need to be arrested. Everybody in the house. Kidney, liver, heart, everything melts into water. Stage tọmọ yín wà after 7 days. Wọ́n exhume àwọn èèyàn nínú ní America 4 years. Stage tọmọ yín wà rigor mortis, àrí ẹ̀jẹ̀ kan nínú pósí ẹ̀. Formalin ló wà nínú embalming fluid. Formalin yẹn òun ló máa ń kọ́kọ́ melt gbogbo àwọn organs yìí. Tí formalin bá ti wọnú ara embalming fluid, ó máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí process body, so decay máa bẹ̀rẹ̀. Téèyàn bá lo drugs, Mohbad was tipsy. Mohbad máa ń lo Molly o nígbà tó wà Malian house. Ó dẹ̀ lóun ti wà drug free.
Mr. Loba, tí ọmọ yín bá wà lórí Molly lọ́jọ́ concert, wọ́n ló wà tipsy, ó dẹ̀ wà impaired. Wọ́n ló gbé cup dání, nínú cup yẹn bitters, àwọn tó polówó bitters. Káàtẹ̀ sọ pé bitters wà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ pẹ̀lú alcohol mixed together pẹ̀lú Molly gan. Ó wá tipsy ó ti mú wo yẹn. Ṣé ẹ mọ̀ pé drugs máa ń jáde nínú system èèyàn? Ṣé ẹ wà aware? Ìyẹn náà pè ní half-life drug. Half-life drug is the half the time tí drug máa fi jáde nínú body. So tí ọmọ yín bá
rí yín ní Saturday, tó máa lọ sí concert ní Sunday. Whatever tó bá mu ní concert yẹn nínú cup, by late Sunday night, early Monday morning, kí ni a ti jáde nínú system ẹ̀? So you may not be able to detect that in the toxicology test. However, gbogbo prescription drugs turn off what list they out. And take samples toxicology, and take blood and body fluids after 7 days. Lagos State government,
yẹn yọ scarf lórí ni. Lagos State government, ẹ ṣàánú èèyàn, ẹ take blood and body fluids. Ẹ gbé lọ toxicology in America, ẹ dẹ̀ ní kò sí cause of death. Ṣé ẹ ti rí residue àwọn prescription drugs tó wọnú ara Mohbad? I saw all kinds of drugs. There was procaine, penicillin G. There was a numerous amount of antibiotics. They rigged Mohbad with a cocktail of horrible drugs. It was fún one police report, fẹ́ kàn gbé lọ mortuary, kàn bá lè ṣe proper autopsy, rush wọn kó lọ bury ọmọ. Rò pé àwọn ọmọ bó ṣe investigative journalist, rush bàbá yẹn láti lọ bury ọmọ. Why did the father rush him? Well, that's the reason. Somebody influenced that DPO. Kò ṣe DPO, you know what Ben see, somebody else there. Police will always support police.
Hello?
Throughout the case ti ṣẹlẹ̀, from the last time tí a rí yín tẹ̀ ń bá Naira Marley sọ̀rọ̀, ẹ̀yin àti mọ́mì Mohbad, last ìgbà tí Mohbad ti kú, ṣé Naira Marley ti bá yín sọ̀rọ̀?
Kò bá mi sọ̀rọ̀.
Naira Marley ò pè yín, kò bá yín sọ̀rọ̀.
Kò pè mí o, kò sẹ́ni tó pè mí o.
Bella Shmurda ṣó pè yín?
Bella Shmurda pè mí lẹ́ẹ̀kan so ìgbà tó dẹ̀ pè mí àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ tó bá mi sọ inú mi ò dùn sí i.
Kí ló bá yín sọ?
Nínú ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀ wọ́n sọ fún mi pé ká make arrangement láti lọ sí Mohbad. Now mo wá sọ fún pé mi ò lè lọ sí Mohbad láì mọ paternity ọmọ tí ẹni gbé dání. Ó dẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ akin fún mi onídàájì kí ló dé tí òfin ní ṣe under must gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe náà. Now mo wo ìsọ̀rọ̀ sí ẹ̀ bí ẹni tó ní nǹkan tó fẹ́ ṣe láti persuade ẹni láti pé kó ṣe DNA, but I was so embarrassed pé kò ju 2 days sígbà yẹn wọn ló ti gbalé fún ìyàwó Mohbad, wọn ló ti ṣe gbá fáwọn so ohun tó bá dẹ̀ wù ló lè ṣe, but ohun tó sọ fẹ́mi is different too. Bí pé kéèyàn fẹnu sọ pé mi wọn mo ṣe lè ṣe narration yẹn, bí pé ohun tó sọ bí pé ó ń tẹ̀lé èèyàn, bí pé ó ń follow mi, bí pé ó mọ tó ń pain mi because ó sọ fún mi pé kí ló dé tí òfin ní ṣe báwo ni ó ṣe ní ṣe nǹkan tí dáàdi fẹ́ nìyẹn. That is my present. But ìgbà tó kúrò lọ́dọ̀ mi he did another different thing entirely.
Do you know that if this interview or this expose, if I might want to call it that, if I'm permitted to call it that, if this interview or discussion, I would rather want to call it a discussion, because Kemi Oluloyo has been able to give more. She has been able to shed light. The only thing I find that I found in Mohbad's father's narration is the consistency. Apart from few added info that he got to hear or know as the case progressed, I mean, at the coroner inquest, he got to hear, he got to filter certain info, certain details. Wow. So now we've got to know that there was, in fact, not was, there is a laceration on the neck of Mohbad. Why? What? Who? These are big questions that begs for an answer. Who did that to Mohbad? Is it Prime Boy? If Prime Boy had done that to his neck, a laceration on his neck, how deep was this laceration? What is the length of this laceration? Very important. Very important. Because the police said Mohbad had bled profusely. And Wunmi said it's not true. She was asked at the coroner inquest, did you observe, did you see Mohbad bleeding all through when you guys... She said, no, there's nothing like that. In fact, it was when we got to him, I just saw that he had a little bleed on his hand, and I used the cotton wool, of my son to stop it. Simply put, it was not much. It was not much. And we went to relax. We went to sleep. The only talk we had was about international passport. That's how she made it sound. She made it sound like, no, really, there was nothing. It's okay. No, everything was fine. No, there was no problem. Where? No, nothing at all. Wow. So, that laceration, did Mohbad have... They need to tell us more. Was that laceration there prior? Like he had an accident, that's where he got the laceration, or he had a fight prior. Where did that laceration come from? Where did the laceration come from? This is serious. So it is now glaring that the autopsy and toxicology report, they are not being sincere about it. Now, she further stated that she had done some... she was able to access this report, and she had done her own on-the-ground study of due to her background as a pharmacist. So she had done her own due diligence on the substance or the compounds found in the fluid in Mohbad's body. And she said she realized that Mohbad had inside of him what they call cocktail of medication. So it means that either Wunmi had administered more, because we heard that they found more than the 2 or 3 syringes that the nurse claimed. So it means that that had happened. It also means that the nurse could have administered more, apart from whatever substance Mohbad had put inside of him, alcohol, some, moly, ethanol, whatever it is, the thing they take to get themselves high. He already had a lot of these things inside of him. So the combination of medication was not the right one, and the nurse, being that she's not authorized to give what she gave and she does not have the in-depth knowledge of it, she did not have what was supposed to be administered to Mohbad, should there be a reaction. She combined strong medication. Most people will be like, I'm not feeling fine, give me the strong one. Give me the strong one. At times, the strong one is not what your body needs, because your body, having been battered, weak, weakened, trying to recover itself naturally, administering such, you might not be able. You see, the thing about calling in or even going to hospital where the doctor or the nurse is not that, it's a terrible thing. So the nurse also is part of this. But prior to that, what happened before the nurse was called? So there are two, or I know there are more people that they need to call in, interrogate, press them to know what happened to Mohbad. But there is more to what the eyes can see. There is more. When I say more, just believe me that there is too much. Spending said Mohbad and Wunmi had a fight in the SUV and that he was holding on to Liam and also the car. And Mohbad said that that child is not his own. And in fact, this was the fight itself. This was the fight itself, from their home down to the show, after the show, back home. This was the fight. The issue Mohbad and Wunmi had was about the paternity of Liam. Unfortunately, Mohbad did not apply wisdom. He didn't apply wisdom, probably because of the numerous issue, challenges, and the feeling of I am a star, and not wanting to confide in his father, and many other things. I hope we're all learning lessons from this. To act appropriately, talk appropriately. We are not perfect, yes, but there are certain things that you need to start sitting back now. If it will take you days away from family and friends, sit back somewhere, have a retreat, process and write, read it, go back again and read. You will realize that no, this is not the right approach to this thing. This world is full of mystery. Just imagine if Mohbad had done a swap secretly, he will not be where he is now. He won't even be you will just know that this child is not yours. You don't need to be with the woman. Is it by force? And that's another problem again. Wanting to be with what you know will take you out. You know this thing is going to take you out. It's not even at times, it's not even that you are under any bewitchment or spell. You're not being bewitched. You're just caught into, like emotion, like a roller coaster. You know that this journey is not smooth, but you are there. You want to get to the end of it, and you're hoping that, I know this thing can swallow me, but let me see how it goes. Let me see how it goes. Mohbad was trying to see how it goes, and it took him out. For some men, even realizing that their girlfriend is with their enemy, like the girl is with the enemy, with them, and they would have cut off from the girl, like done what they call send off. You pretend like you're not hungry. You'll be with her for some like period of time, maybe 1 month, and then all of a sudden you stop picking her call, you stop attending to her, you cut off. But in this case, Mohbad cannot just do that because they are married. Married. Custom law and whatever they call it. That's what they said. The father said it was a scam. Wunmi's family is totally a scam. So Wunmi is pregnant. Wunmi used the pregnancy to draw Mohbad in. It was supposed to be an introduction. Mohbad's father went there. He arrived and was given clothes to wear. Mohbad's mother already knew what was going to happen. That woman, she's terrible. Mohbad's mother knew what was going to happen. So they changed the introduction that was simply family knowing each other. They turned it into a full-blown marriage. Well, the man kept quiet and said, oh, no, I don't want to let it be. Look at people gathered here. I don't want to make it up. That is the thing. If he has stood his ground, but then he didn't want to like offend Mohbad, like, since this is what Mohbad wants, so it won't appear like I'm here. If you look at Mohbad's father's face, he wasn't smiling. He wasn't smiling. If you look at the picture, the so-called wedding picture that Wunmi released, the man wasn't smiling. Who would not smile? Who would frown that way? So sad. So sad. So eventually, it happened as it happened. Everything, everyone is now against justice for Mohbad. And when I say everyone, I'm talking about Mohbad's mom, brother, Darusha, all of them twisted, manipulated. Everything is upside down. What they are waiting for right now is how they can grab Mohbad's money. And Mohbad's father said, yes, he has his lawyer. They are working on it. But before then, the DNA has to be done. That he will not bury his son until it is done. I think lawyers are having their recess holiday the court. So maybe that is why they are trying to look at the dates to see what to do. I'm thinking, I don't know if that is what it is, but the man is pressing and we will stand by him. We will stand by him. We will stand by him for this justice. This justice is a must. It is a must. It's not something that, it's a must. DNA is searching. And I want to appreciate Kebe Oluloyo. She really produced, gave out, released something that is worth listening to. I wouldn't blame others anyway. I wouldn't blame them. Some of them might not have access, and those that have access to this are not willing to put out the information. They are not willing to put out this information. They are not willing at all to put out this information. The pathologist is not willing. They are not willing to put out the truth. They know that a lot of things went wrong. They know that a lot of things went wrong. But now, if they are to nail Prime Boy, no video evidence, CCTV in Mohbad's house, 0. I've asked questions several times, and I don't know if you guys are asking the same question. How come the only available CCTV clip in Mohbad's house is Wunmi opening the door? I mean, that's what the police released anyway. Is Wunmi opening the door, the main gate, the main door for the nurse. Opening it, the nurse came in, and that's it. Wunmi, we know that your mom, because that is another thing that has been established, that the police station that Mohbad's father went to, police support each other. That's one thing. So they had already, packaged everything to make sure that the truth does not come out. That's the thing. So the police are working on this to protect Mohbad's Wunmi's mother, her interest. That's the thing, to protect her interest. How can CCTV be non-existent? Even if Mohbad had access to, let's say, he stored clips, footages on his on the cloud. Most of these CCTV have access to internet. This modern CCTV, you can access internet, and you can you can view what you want to view on your mobile phone or smart any device, and also store it on cloud, or in, yeah, you can store it there. So how come they only had that portion of CCTV where they need to nail the nurse that the nurse came in? That's all. Every other thing that happened is non-existent. When Mohbad and Wunmi got home that day, what happened? Staircase into the house. Supporters of Wunmi, very lazy people. Their mind is not working fine. Although they know what they are doing anyway. It's not as if they are ignorant. They are just bad people. They said, what is the big deal? Is it not the normal argument between husband and wife? No, this is not the normal argument between husband and wife. This is serious. This is serious. What kind of argument is this that will bring laceration to someone's neck? Apart from the laceration on Mohbad's neck, what about the part where these guys were recording and Mohbad moved and they switched off the phone? Why? You said Mohbad is dead, Mohbad is dead, Mohbad is dead. And you took camera recording it and you switched it off. Why didn't you allow people to see if there is nothing to hide? Why? Why? Wow. This is so sad. Terrible. Terrible. So with this information, and unfortunately, Mohbad's father is trying to educate himself more. He's trying to gather more information, and he's beginning to understand what needs to be done. He has now realized that his lawyer is not enough. They need, although he said that they will be conducting private autopsy and toxicology, and that DNA is a must. He said they are not satisfied with what the government, the pathologist released. They are not comfortable with it. The thing is if a proper analysis of the report is done, there will be a connection, there will be something. It's very important that these things are done. So let us see about this pathology, the autopsy and toxicology. Let us see if it will connect with what the pathologist said. Let us see if a deeper forensic, if it is done, when it is done, and I think it will be done, let us see what will come out of it. Let us see what will come out of it. This is serious. This is serious. This sort of, people do not, it's not as if people trust in the government anyway. They never trusted the government. They never trusted anything, police, this. You know you will not get justice. It's something that's been there. Look at how they've left the nation or even the continent itself. Looting, stealing, they've looted and looted and looted and looted blindly, looted crazily. Their great-grandchildren looted for them. Their kids, if you see them, they are wayward, they are not normal too. They just keep it like we need to just destroy. Let us steal, let us steal, let us kill, let us destroy. So how then do you think or expect that these people will do the needful? They won't, because you are inconsequential. You're just there to fill up space so that they can say we have a country. And then when we talk about government, we are calling that, we are naming it there. We are saying government because these are the people there. That does not mean that, these government people are the bad people. No, there are bad people everywhere. Look at the supporters of Wunmi. Imagine if they have the opportunity to occupy a political position or to be president or governor. What do you think they will do? So we have bad people. And the only solution to this is for us to stand up. Those that know that this is the right thing to do. I'm not saying we are perfect as human beings. We will make mistakes. We will do things that are wrong. But not to this extent. Look at what they are doing. It's inconclusive. Well, it depends on what the pathologist is looking at anyway. If they are looking at poisoning and they can't find it there, then that's it. So they said there's a possibility of the nurse administering injection. This and that could have caused the reaction, and that could have caused the demise of Mohbad. But are you telling us what happened before the nurse was called? That is very important.